Here's what I got for you guys. UPS, this is pretty interesting, Scott, because it's been hovering around the level where it is right now. Call it between 108 and call it 111, 112, somewhere in there. That's interesting because it looks like somebody thinks that this is maybe going to start to break out to the upside. They are going out and buying the last week in March, the March 29 is the date that they're going to expire calls. They're the 112 calls. Stock was trading about a 111 and a quarter when they were buying these, paying about $1.90 for these. 6,600 of these. That's a big trade, big dollar amount. That's a lot of commitment. So somebody thinks that this stock is ready to break out and start moving towards those highs that a lot of people are putting out there. When you look at what the price targets are right now, about 117 is what we're seeing overall. So there is a little bit of room to the upside. If it breaks out, maybe these things can really perform. I like these. I jumped on these as well. I got another one for you as well. We've talked a lot about China. So the A-Shares, this is a name or an ETF we don't talk about much. This is the China 300 A-Shares, ASHR. Pretty aggressive buying here as well. They have been right. In February, they have gotten more and more aggressive of buying upside. Now, this is something that's really started to move. It was in the 21 category. Now it's moved up towards 28, and we're seeing some pretty aggressive buying here. They're going all the way out to July. They were buying yesterday as well, but they're buying today the July 3171 strike calls. So they're buying
Pete,
those as well.
do you know why?
Aggressively purchasing those.
Pete, do you know why? Do you know what's happening with this? MSCI, MSCI announced yesterday that they're going to take the inclusion in their indices up another 5%. So mainland Chinese stocks will now represent 20%. And so if you do the math, MSCI tracks $14 trillion worth of stock market indices. So there could be a ton of buying that literally has to take place by all the index trackers and all the active managers in these Chinese names. That could go on for months. So I think that's behind what you're seeing here.
Yeah, and you're right. I think you're exactly right. And because of that, I think they've moved from being very, very short term. They're going all the way out to July with these calls, and they're going up. So they're expecting a nice move. You go back a couple years, this was a $50 ETF. Now it's trading around 28. So I jumped on these calls as well.